Hello, we are back. We had a brief missed week. Back here with all the Marios. 6-1, Super Mario, number 1. This is where we left off, and it's Mario.
It's the first Mario that is super. Actually, that's not even true, is it?
It's the first game with Super Mario Brothers in the title.
As opposed to just the regular Mario Brothers, who are some schlubs who work at a bottle factory.
Or Mario Brothers who work in the sewers of New York.
Now, is it explicitly the sewers of New York?
Yes, it is the sewers of New York City explicitly.
From the manual?
Yes. So, speaking of from the manual, I never brought up what the story of this game from the manual was.
Please, do tell.
So, the story of Super Mario Brothers, as told in the manual, is that the Mushroom Kingdom was attacked by the Koopa Clan, who are known for their dark magic. They transformed all of the Mushroom Peoples into plants, rocks, and bricks.
God! You murderer!
Yeah! And, Princess Peach is the only one... Princess Peach Toadstool is the only one who can break the spell, and she's been captured, so Mario has to release her so that we can save all of the Mushroom Peoples.
So, does that mean that the Goombas are actually citizens?
The Goombas are the occupying forces of the Koopa Clan army.
Okay.
But, I mean, like, those
what about
hills
the piranha
and...
plants?
Not the piranha plants. I'm talking about, like, those plants in the background.
Ah, those are people.
Yes.
The Mushroom Kingdom
Those
is people.
are transformed toads.
Which... Are they normally mushrooms?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the Mushroom Kingdom. The only ones who were not affected by the spell were the princess and her loyal toad retainers. Those are the ones that you see at the end of the castles.
Ah. And that's why they've been captured and held behind, because they...
Yes.
They have hands.
And presumably, she had 8 retainers, 7 of whom are in the various castles, the 8th of whom sought out Mario for help.
How?
So, as I have clearly explained in the storyline that I am writing, linking all of the games together on the thread in LP Zone, which there's a link to it below the stream.
Please visit the thread, comment, like, and subscribe.
So, as I clearly show, the, let's see. So, in Mario Brothers, the arcade game where you're in the sewers, that was clearly the forces of Bowser preemptively or accidentally winding up through the portal from the Mushroom Kingdom to the sewers of New York. So, Mario and Luigi fought off this invasion, this accidental invasion of these monsters from the Mushroom Kingdom. And news of this wound up getting back to the Mushroom Kingdom. You know, obviously Bowser eventually had to find out that his forces... Well, Bowser or the Mushroom Kingdom forces had to find out that...
That wasn't smart.
Yeah, I'm a little distracted talking to things. Anyway, so they learned that this force was held off by just 2 plumbers, 2 brothers, who, clearly they've got to be great heroes to fight off an army. So they're the go-to people that this Toad Retainer... This Toad Retainer went to find to get help, because there's no one left in the Mushroom Kingdom to help, so they had to go elsewhere. And this is the only help that they know of outside.
Hey, you got it!
My hands are sweaty. That is what I am blaming all of this on. Sweaty hands.
That's a trap.
I swear I'm good at video games usually.
It's okay. Get it out.
Now is, of course, the best time to mention that the infinite lives cheat that I threw on, it wasn't actually strictly necessary, because something that I found that I must have known at some point in time and forgotten about. I refuse to accept that I never knew about this, but apparently, on the game over screen, if you hold down A when you hit start for the next, after you game over, you'll start back at the world that you left off on. You'll go back to world 1 of that zone, but if I die, if I game over it in 6-4, I could start back at 6-1.
6-1.
So, I mean, putting the lives cheat on does mean that I am saving some amount of redoing, because the castles are the most likely place to die and game over, but,
except for this place, which is full of bullets!
yes, World 7 is where things really start going, all over the place. So, let's actually get the power up this time, and not bonk it backwards.
Does the manual have a description for how big Mario and small Mario is supposed to work?
I mean, little Mario is his regular size.
He's just really short.
The story of Donkey Kong, he is actually described as Little Mario. Mario is canonically a short person.
It's Super Mario who's the big person.
Yes. Powered up by a...
Oh, Jesus.
That was... Okay, what?
You needed to abuse those invincibility frames.
I tried to, but it wasn't going over the...
Yeah.
the ledge there. Momentum physics in this are tough to work with.
I hate Hammer Brothers.
Yeah, Hammer Brothers are nuts. What's even more nuts is when you face them when you don't have a thing for them to jump on top of so you can hit them from underneath.
Yeah. No fireworks. I forget what the thing with the fireworks was.
It's based on the time.
Time?
I don't remember the exact things, but your time has to be on a certain second. It might also be the score that you have as well. I don't remember all of the exact of it, but...
The bloopers. So many bloopers.
I don't remember if I said this last time, but when I was a kid, I thought for the longest time that the blooper enemies, I thought they were trash cans. I didn't know that they were squids. I didn't know what a squid looked like when I was a little kid playing this game.
Well. Hey.
Of course I can't hold on to any power-ups anymore.
Of course not.
Not at this stage
That
of
would make
the game.
things easy.
Okay.
Fish!
Fish bridge horror. Jump straight into a flying turtle. That is
those shell hoppers.
That is, you know, friggin' top strats, top tier.
Yeah. That's how you get the good splits. Some other speedrunning term. Now, when me and my sisters used to play this, whenever you ran face first into a turtle like that, we called it kissing the turtle.
You don't want to kiss a turtle.
You
they have
don't
beaks.
want to kiss a turtle.
They bite.
Yeah, they do. And that is what we call a cheap death. Because the fish are called cheap.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Yeah. So, the thing about these bridges, these bridge stages, is that they appear in regular patterns. As long as you know what their arc is going to be, you can stay around it, I guess.
Also, it can be easier to deal with them if you non-stop run.
Yes.
That's actually a common thing in a lot of the Mario games, that if you can keep your momentum up, a lot of the platforming and avoiding enemies and stuff can get a lot easier. Alright, here we've got another maze castle. Except this time it's like 3 different segments at once. I believe you need to go, bottom to top. Bottom, mid, then top to get through there. Here, I don't remember... Did I? No, that wasn't right.
Back at the beginning.
I do seem to recall you need to drop down there. But, was it... No?
So try
Maybe it's just sort of... Okay, there you go.
I always thought it was weird that there were these parapet-like structures inside.
Alright. As I said, this is one of the princess's loyal Toad retainers.
Should be the last one at this point, right?
Yeah. So we're now on World 8, so... Gonna be the actual princess this time.
And actual Bowser, presumably.
Yes. In World 8, if you actually get there with fire and defeat Bowser with fire, then it's not a costume, it is actual Bowser.
It's pretty neat.
I'm pretty sure there's a power-up in here somewhere.
That seems like a
Yeah.
dangerous task.
Toad secretly working for Bowser the whole time. It certainly is a theory.
Yeah. But what does he gain? I mean, I suppose he gets to keep his original shape.
There are a lot of Toads, and that is an entirely valid thing. That
maybe they weren't.
There
in
could
fact
very easily be, but among all of the people of the Mushroom Kingdom, it's not. It would honestly be more surprising if there wasn't at least one Toad spy double agent.
Toad traitor. A toady, if you will.
Alright,
just skip that. It's not worth it. Get out of here, you palooka.
This row, I think. Okay, this has a star.
There we go.
And coming up is going to be a very tough jump, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, here.
Whoa! We're into the single tile hops.
And of course, we have the broken stairs.
Speaking of the single tile hops. Oh, wow. Yeah, World 8.
Yep.
Last world.
The world that you cannot skip with warp pipes.
Hey! Well, we're glad to be entertaining you at work. We're doing all right. Just killed a Lakitu, so that makes everything fine, right?
Up here is... Okay, that's a life.
Yeah, just a useless life mushroom.
I should have kept going forward.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm dying repeatedly. But
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. I like how that first spiny egg just goes directly down the tunnel.
All right. Don't care about that. Jump over these guys. Under him.
Ooh.
See if one
Double
of these
bullets.
is a power-up. Nope. Okay.
So, yeah, those bricks are people.
I would not assume that all of the bricks are people, but we do know that some of the mushroom people were turned into bricks. Oh god, this is a tough jump. Okay.
Ah, you wish it was the Lost Levels.
Lost Levels is coming up somewhat soon, but there are a few games in between. Tonight I do have a couple of late release versions of Donkey Kong to get through.
Donkey Kong games that were released after Super Mario Brothers.
'Cause, you know, every new console or PC that came out in the 80s had to have a version of Donkey Kong on it. They had to port that.
Because how else are they going to remain relevant and popular?
Exactly.
That's why the ZX Spectrum is still used today.
I mean, the ZX Spectrum is one of the versions that I have queued up today.
Now, this is an interesting stage because it has castle backgrounds.
Yeah.
No longer are we in the bushlands, we are in the fortress world.
Yes, this is actually the heart of the Koopa Kingdom. Or possibly the Mushroom Kingdom. I declared Donkey Kong beat after I showed off all 4 of the stages in the first original arcade version of Donkey Kong. I don't 100% any of the other versions. I'm just kind of showcasing them just to see what's there, but it would just kind of be monotonous to go through like
Every
20
version.
different versions
Wow.
of Donkey Kong and go through all of the different stages for them. Especially because, I mean, some of them are so bad.
Real bad, or emulate very poorly.
You know, I've got the older versions that we've done so far up on my YouTube if you want to watch those. Some of them have some bad frame rate issues because they emulated poorly and also recorded poorly at the same time. But, right there, that
Right
guy.
there. That guy. This guy.
Like I said, when there's a Hammer Brother that doesn't have any height aspect to the
Yeah.
area,
If
I'm gonna have some trouble getting past that guy.
I also like how the edges of these castles in the background are just... How did you do that?
I was looking at the Hammer Brothers, and I didn't notice the bullet sneaking back up behind me.
I hate it when bullets sneak up on me. They don't make any sounds.
Okay. Okay, yeah, there is a power-up here.
Yeah.
So if I take out those Hammer Brothers, I can have a hit to tank on something worthless.
Yep.
Alright, just run, just go. Okay, holy shit. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, no, he started throwing.
Ah.
He started throwing, your life is over.
That's where I need the power up for. And there's no checkpoints in this stage, I don't think.
Of course not. That would be easy.
Oh god, my mushroom! All is lost.
Consider it used. Consider it properly used. Uh-oh.
Is there another thing somewhere in here I should... Oh, dude!
Okay, now
Skipping
that.
Yeah, because they can jump from the top all the way down to the bottom. They don't have to stop in the middle.
Hammer Bros are definitely the elite troops of the Koopa army. The Koopa clan.
Get back up there. Get back up there, okay.
Their only downside is they can't hit what's directly in front of them.
They can. They do move back and forth slightly. Oh, god damn it! That turtle! That turtle is also clearly an elite troop.
Well, I mean, he got his wings, so in the Air Force. This is gonna be a while, isn't it?
Longer than I wanted it to be, yeah.
Alright.
I know I can clear this stage from small with no power-ups at the beginning. I am capable of doing that. I've done it before. Alright. Alright. Let's check things, see if there were any power-ups in here.
Might be in the same exact place.
Nope.
Guess not.
There might be one earlier on in the upper row, but... Alright, time for...
Whoa!
That is some Matrix shit right there.
You know, they used to say, or they do say in, like, much later games that Mario is this incredibly powerful jumper. These guys... they can just match.
I mean, let's be fair, Mario can jump like 4 or 5 times his height.
Yeah, I can't say I can do that.
Okay, there is a power-up right there. And
Just go for it. Just go for it.
there's...
Just go for it.
Just
keep going.
Run.
Keep going.
Iframes. Okay.
We're from New York.
Yeah.
Ourselves. Not
Western-ish New York.
Not the city of New York, but
yeah,
the rest of the state of New York.
Like, we're not in a super rural area, but it's not far from rural areas.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get a fire flower. Impenetrable field of hammers. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Alright, well I can at least get the mushroom back.
Alright.
And this time okay, I am through the piranha plant. Now let's see if I can use this. Oh, what the heck?
What?
The shell just went right through him.
Truly the most elite of elite. That was a hidden block.
Yep, there's a hidden coin block in there. You can see it. It's got like the little line of white at the top. But okay.
So this is the final castle.
Final zone. And this is a maze of a different sort.
Right, I remember that.
It's a pipe maze.
See, we're back at the beginning.
Yeah, that was not the right pipe. The right pipe.
I believe that's the jump that's on the front cover of the Mario NES game.
That's entirely possible.
It's a jump where Mario is falling into lava.
Alright. And I think this is the right... No? Yes? Yes.
This looks right. You're in a different place at least.
And...
there can only be so many screens.
let's see...
Uh-oh.
Okay, that went back. Alright, you can clear that with one jump.
Good run, jump, yeah.
Right, this one, I think I need to go until I see a pipe that's hanging in the air. Yeah, this one.
That's the pipe you need to get into?
This is the pipe to get into.
Okay.
And then here, I think you just go, not immediately down, but... yeah, now there's fish. Let's do...
I'm really throwing everything at you.
Where was I supposed to go here? I don't think that was the right one.
This looks like the beginning again.
Yep.
But it could be a trap.
Okay, that was weird. Oh well, my time was running down a bit much anyway.
Yeah. 400 Mario units.
I think it works out that 100 Mario time units is about a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now I just need to figure out which one's the last one.
No, it was not this third one. So, I think this is the only other one that you can... Okay. Now the underwater zone, and it's
The
just
underwater
a straight...
zone inside a castle.
Yep.
Just fucking with you.
And yeah, it's a straight shot from here. There's no more maze, split paths, or anything.
Just a lot of bloopers and fire.
Yes, the underwater fire.
Yeah, like I said, they're just fucking with you at this point.
Oh god.
And Hammer Brothers.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Go, 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 go.
Oh!
Oh!
Didn't have the momentum.
The bridge was right there.
Ugh.
Of course they have a Hammer Brother at the end. Bowser himself is not enough. He has to have his elite guard.
I was just thrown off. I hit the button.
Too fast to jump.
Okay. This Hammer Brother.
The final obstacle. Memory.
I was expecting him to jump, trying to... Because I kind of need to start running before he jumps.
He does a full jump, yeah.
Because otherwise I don't have enough time to get under him.
Hammer Bros are the worst, because they are multiple timers.
I mean, just being random isn't a big deal. It's that they're random and extraordinarily dangerous.
Yeah.
No, there are no power-ups in this final stage, so if you don't have a power-up coming in, or if you die at any point, then you're small the whole way through. I'm wondering if I should try jumping over him instead. That didn't work at all.
People like to talk about ROM hacks.
Holy
yeah!
crap! Take that! Okay, now it's just Bowser.
Who's twice the Hammer Brother he used to be.
What even hit me?
Did he breathe fire that just didn't appear?
Either he breathed fire or there was a Podobo and there were too many sprites and it didn't draw.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. That's the thing I'll have to deal with now, the sprite limits.
The first time I ever saw this game completed was from a babysitter. I have no idea.
Yeah. That's an issue with NES games, is that the NES has a limit in how many sprites it can draw at one time. Partially limited by the row that it's drawing on, but also just the screen in general.
Mm.
So occasionally there will be an object that...
Really? There? Come on, you got this.
But yeah, occasionally objects will be there, but they won't get drawn because the hardware is not capable of doing all of the sprites. Which, NES games and, oh crap, I didn't get the momentum. I mean, they still make arcade games today. They're just not as huge, at least in America. I know arcades are still big in Japan. Yeah. Things have never been good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now you're...
All right.
Okay, was it?
All right. Next time he jumps.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the fire. He's tough.
Yeah.
Because he's a Bowser.
He's the real
hammer.
Bowser.
He's got, like, double Hammer Brother.
I mean, it only makes sense that Bowser is the best warrior in I mean, okay, it doesn't necessarily make sense that the king is the best fighter, but it makes fantasy world sense.
Which is what we're in, apparently. Does Mario ever go home? Like, is he just trapped here?
That is a question. Oh, thanks for telling us we sound younger, but, yeah, I was born in the 80s.
Same.
Grew up in the 90s.
We were both alive during the radical times.
Yep.
The radical times. I remember the radical times.
I remember when everyone was huge and had guns all over them.
There were sunglasses all the time, even at night. The neon signs lit up the streets.
Even I wore sunglasses at night. Holy crap.
But that was so I could see.
Oh, yes! Yeah! Oh. Okay. And it only took 40
But our princesses... Oh, no. We present you a new quest. Play the game again, only harder!
So yeah, if I press B here and then start a new game, it'll be a harder version of the game where I think all of the Goombas are replaced with Buzzy Beetles.
Yep. So
and then there's also a couple of other like enemy upgrades, but that's really it. Some of the enemies are tougher, but otherwise everything is the same. Like the layout of the stages is all the same. So I've finished Super Mario Brothers.
Woo! We got a little bit of time left.
So yeah, I am going to pause the stream for a moment to pull up some Donkey Kong. So we'll be right back.